Welcome to another community video. You've created your sitemap file, you go to Google Search Console to submit it, and you're hit with this red error message, couldn't fetch. Does this mean your sitemap is broken? Is your server down? Is Googlebot unable to crawl my website? While those things can be the cause, most of the time the reason is much simpler. In this video, we're going to break down why this couldn't fetch error usually happens and show you the one simple test you need to do before making any serious changes on your website. So let's dive in. The first thing to understand is that when you submit a sitemap, Google doesn't fetch it immediately. Instead, it adds your request to a massive global queue for crawling. Think of it as Google putting your sitemap on its sitemap crawling list. The couldn't fetch error often appears if Googlebot's scheduler tries to crawl your sitemap file at a moment when your server is just a little slow, temporarily busy, or has a minor network issue. It tries, fails, and reports the error. It does not mean your sitemap is broken or not working. So how do you know if it's a real problem or just a temporary thing? You need to run a live test. This is the most essential step. Go to the URL inspection tool at the top of Search Console and paste in the exact same sitemap URL you submitted. Click the Test Live URL button. This forces Google to try and fetch your sitemap right now, in real time, for testing purposes. If the live test is successful, it means your sitemap is perfectly fine and accessible. As you can see on the screen, the couldn't fetch error was just a temporary scheduling issue. The best thing to do here is nothing. Yes, nothing. Just wait. Googlebot will crawl it on its schedule. However, if the live test fails, it means you have a real issue that is blocking Googlebot from accessing your sitemap. Here are the most common things you need to check. First, are you blocking Googlebot? Check your robots.txt file and make sure there isn't a rule that disallows the sitemap URL itself. Also check for any firewall or CDN rules that might be blocking Googlebot from crawling your new website. Second, is it a real sitemap file? Copy the URL and paste it into your browser. You should see a properly formatted XML file, not an HTML web page or a 404 error. If that is the case, you need to verify the location or URL of the sitemap file. Third, is your server okay? While less common, a persistent server error could be the cause. If the URL won't load for you either, you may need to check with your server settings. To recap, couldn't fetch does not usually mean your sitemap is broken. Before taking any action, use the URL inspection tool to verify the issue. One more thing to remember. Please do not submit your sitemap URL repeatedly. It might put your URL at the end of the crawling queue. Remember the sitemap crawling list. This will only increase the time. Lastly, if you would like to learn more about the sitemap issue, be sure to check out our community guide. Link can be found in the description. And that's it for this video. If you're still having trouble, the Google Search Central Forum is a great place to discuss, available in many languages. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.